From the air, Baskarka village looks like any other. But all these huts have flimsy walls made of tarpaulin sheets and bamboo. When the magnitude 7.8 earthquake shook this part of the world 3 years ago, 9,000 people died. Almost 4,000 of them were from SINDHUPALCHOK district. 152 families took shelter on this hilltop. Mayadong's village is a day's walk from here.
Our house was swallowed by the river. Here it's impossible to sit inside during the summer. In the winter it's cold and damp, and when the wind blows we are sometimes afraid that our roof might get blown off.
Almost 800,000 homes were damaged by the quake. Each family qualifies to receive $3,000 for rebuilding. But so far only 119,000 families have a permanent home. The rest remain in temporary shelters. Mayadong's family are qualified for the grant, except they have nowhere to build because experts say their villages are unsafe.
Geologists have identified more than 80 families here who can no longer return to their villages. The government has said that they are going to resettle them, but the process is extremely long as the decision to allocate land has to be made by the cabinet.
Across the country, 286 areas are identified as high-risk zones for quake damage. Around 4,000 families need permanent relocation. They are frustrated with the delays, and so are their government representatives.
We've been elected for just around a year, and we've processed all the documents necessary for this area. The problem is the country's system runs very slow.
The government estimates $10 billion will be needed to rebuild the country. Months after the quake, donors had pledged $4 billion for reconstruction, but the government says that the money has not been handed over yet.
Of the pledge amount, we already have agreements for $2.6 billion. We're not in a position to say that there's a budget crunch and we can't give any help. We're committed to rebuilding as soon as possible.
Local government leaders want to build a model village here. But for Nepalis living under these sheets, they just hope that by next winter, walls will protect them from the wind and rain. Subina, Shrestha, Al Jazeera, SINDHUPALCHOK district in Nepal.